Hello everybody, welcome to the 2021 Ontario Provincial Disc Golf Championships. It's just me on the mic today, doing solo duty. You know my name well, you know my voice well, hopefully, I would hope. We are here at the beautiful Ettyville Super Spin Disc Golf. This event was presented by ODSA, PDGA Canada, and Ettyville, like I mentioned. We have round one coverage. Thank you to all of our sponsors here as well for this beautiful event. It was amazingly run, and I cannot wait to go back next year. Title sponsors are Forefathers Brewing Company. I mean, they're doing big things for a local disc golf scene. And there's also Prodigy Disc. They've helped a lot with this tournament as well. Here's my lovely face and my Instagram handle. Go give me a like, give me a follow, give me a message in my DM saying you suck, either way. But we have our round one card today. Charles Blanchette from Drummondville, Quebec. There's a lot of Quebec people coming to this event because it is closer to them, and it's awesome to see them coming over here. We have Chris Brown, not the one you're thinking of. Chris Brown from Burlington. He's been, I mean, I love the guy. I love playing with this guy. How can you not with that smile? Thomas Gilbert, Tomcat, Tom Bomb, whatever you want to call him. He's very, very good player. It's awesome to see him on tour full-time, sponsored by Prodigy. And running out the card is Isaiah Masek-Kelly from Toronto. I have not played with Isaiah yet. He's a newer player, I believe, and I'm excited to see what he's got. I'm excited to see what this entire card has for this round. There's Nico running in hole one, trying to chase the drone. Hole one, par 3, 335 feet, relatively open. You have obviously this big telephone wire structure as your lone guardian in the fairway. This is taking you through the right-hand backhand route. There's a right-hand sidearm route. Oh, looks like Nico won. This hole's pretty simple to start with. It really shouldn't give you too much trouble unless you pull it into the right side. This looks a little bit early from Charles. But, okay, sneaking through. That's boat circle's edge. Here's Chris Brown. Looking fresh with that new haircut. A little bit of a higher release than he's probably looking for, but getting down there for a long look at it. Thomas, this looks like an A3, possibly. I know he likes to throw that white one a lot. Could even be a mid-range, I'm not entirely sure. Looks like a mid-range. This looks perfect. Yeah, that's a very nice shot from Thomas. Coming in nice and soft with a mid-range. Here is Isaiah. Nice and wide. Got a little bit of a flip on it, looks like, but not terrible. Long look, but oh, Chris was a lot further than I thought he was. Not a bad little effort there. Little half go. Good run from Isaiah. See if Charles can start with a nice birdie here. Oh. An inch too high. Thomas coming in to tap in his birdie. This hole came in at a 2.86 average, so just a bit under par. It's one that you want to at least get a putt at. But I mean, first hole of your provincial championships, there's a little bit of nerves on that tee box, especially everybody watching. So three's not very uncommon. So no casualties. Thomas with the lone birdie. Everybody else taking a par on hole one. as we move on to hole number 2 here in just a second. Here we are. Hole number 2, par 3, 394 feet. It is blind off the tee. This row of hedges here that divides the fairway and the camping site right here, and then again on the left side is all out of bounds. So you have to be on the right side of these hedges to stay in bounds, and then you don't want to go into the right side stuff over there. It's not out of bounds, but you just don't want to go in there. A good play is a big power sidearm, probably like Thomas is going to do right here. It's a very difficult backhand to really land soft and get it on the green on this one. Looks like he doesn't like it. I don't know why he doesn't like it, but it's fine to me. That's a great shot. It's a lot of power to go 380 feet on just a pure hyzer. Oh no, a little bit low. Good fortunate bounce actually. See if Chris can shape this backhand into this green here. So he's going to go wide left with it. Try to flex it in. It's a little too much turn. That might be tricky from in there. Isaiah just playing it smart, playing safe. I really like this play. Just lay up to maybe 60, 70 feet, and then have yourself a very safe jump putt for a 3. See if Charles can... Okay, looks like he's just playing positioning here. Conceding the 4 or possibly a long throw in for 3, so not trying to push anything in the second hole of the tournament. Good up there. See if Isaiah can bang a long one here. Good height. Good height and nice soft finish. Chris from the stuff. Got out. Never got it in the air on that one. It's going to be a bogey for Chris. And Thomas coming in to snag another birdie. Get in there. Very, very nicely done. Once again, thank you to Forefathers Brewing Company for helping out the local scene. I've heard everything but bad things about this company. It's all been good. Everyone likes them. They've been nice, and I mean, go support them for sure. Hole 2 coming in at a 3.11 average, so averaging over par. There were 6 birdies. You saw one there from Thomas, Kevin McIntosh, James Duong, Chris Oslins, Caleb Frisbee, and Alexander Kluckveen. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Those were the birdies of hole 2. So shout outs to them. 6 birdies out of about 44 people. So very difficult hole to get. Moving into hole 3 here. It's a par 4, 450 feet. This farm equipment here is kind of a good bearing of where you want to land. You want to come a little bit past both of them. And then you have 2 options for gaps here. This is the more common gap you're going to see people going down, is this straight tunnel here. There's another option of the service road on the back end of the fairway. But this gap the drone is coming in now is ideally where you want to come in. A good play off the tee as well is a sidearm to set you up into the gap. This actually might go into that fairway. He pushed it a little bit too long, but he should have a big high turnover from there. Isaiah, this looks pretty good. Get off that. That's a great spot. Good shot there from Isaiah, setting him up right down that gap I was mentioning. Sorry, I was a little high here. As long as it has the distance. Just a little bit short. Sometimes you can get lucky in there and get another backdoor alleyway, but it's kind of luck of the draw. Chris, I believe this is his beat up rock. If that gets up in the air. Oh, he kicked off the one equipment and went underneath the other one. Yeah, you heard Chris let out a sigh of, oh. That's so unfortunate.
Like, obviously, I'm not.
Yeah, that would be good.
That's very unfortunate. He hit off one and went underneath the other one.
Yeah.
Should be good.
This is still gonna suck.
Man, that looks uncomfortable. Going with that same rock again, it looks like. Just trying to get into the gap. That's actually pretty well done from that stance. He couldn't really use any of his weight. He had to go all upper body to avoid hurting his leg in there. So, well done there from Chris. Yeah, actually he went a little bit further than I thought he did off the tee and kind of was in between both of those gaps. Got a decent way up there, but most likely taking a par. Charles almost had it. Thomas is looking high here. Very high. Very spiked. Oh, look at that. That's the shooter's roll there. Great shot there from Thomas. That should net him another easy birdie. Charles to save the par. Does so nicely. Up there for about 15, 18 feet. Good up there from Isaiah as well. Securing that par. Par is not too bad on this one. See if Chris can sneak a birdie. Not quite. Should be okay, though. Maybe a little further than I thought as well. My perception is quite off today, apparently. Good par from Chris, though. Looks like we're going to have 3 pars and another birdie from Thomas. So, shocker. This hole coming in at a 3.95 average, so it's just under par. And I think it's because of that secondary gap. If you're in between both of them, you're going to have to do some sort of fandangery to get up and down. And there's just enough trees in there to, if you hit one tree the wrong way, then you're looking at a bogey 100%. So this hole averaging just about par. Not terrible. We got 1 lone birdie from Thomas again, and 3 pars, so no casualties there. It's unfortunate for Chris to be in the drive, or the position he was in off of the drive. Moving on to hole number 4. This is a par 3. It's a strange angle. It's 258 feet, but you almost have to saw off a right-handed sidearm if you're throwing that way. Something a little bit straighter, but still has the integrity at the end to come back, because you got to kind of put it on a knife angle and have it glide through its flight. Turnover backhand works as well, but it is more dangerous if you kick left. It's going to fly into Neverland, and you don't want to go in this type of Neverland. Thomas is showing you the sidearm. This is his FX2. I think that's pretty high. It's going to be a tricky up and down, I think. Isaiah going the backhand. Smoothing it out. This looks pretty good as well, actually. Great shot from Isaiah. Very smooth. This fairway is quite undulating too, so you can't really play a lot of ground play on this one either. You have to kind of almost air it into this little bowl that the basket is in. It's a fortunate kick to the right, but it might be a little pinched from that positioning. Chris, a little bit flat out of the hand, but got most of the way there, actually. That's a long look if he wants it. Charles, this looks a little bit short. Okay. Oh, Thomas is cleaner than I thought. Go in. Ooh. Nice and soft sit as well. He threw a putter there. Got a little bit of work to do on this elevated basket, but it should be no problem for him. Chris with a long jumper. Yeah, just taking his 3 and moving on. No shame in a 3 on this one. Charles to save the 3. It's going to be another bogey, unfortunately. This hole came in 3.18 average, so over par. That's an amazing birdie from Isaiah. There's only 2 on the day, and it was Isaiah and Andre Robin, Mr. Chef himself. So congrats to those 2. Not a lot of bogeys, so it's a lot of kind of 3s and go. Thomas collecting his par. You'd think for a hole only being 258 feet, there'd be a little more than 2 birdies. But it just goes to show how tricky that angle is to get precise. Chris. Graceful. Charles to save the bogey. Oh no. A little bit right side. It could have caught, but chose not. Unfortunate double bogey there from Charles. Isaiah with the lone birdie. Taking the stroke on the card. Actually, taking a couple on Charles there. So, okay, 2 of our card members under par for the round. Not bad in the first 4 holes. That's kind of where you want to be, is between that 1 to 3 range in the first 4. So, hole number 5, par 4, 403 feet. Very tight gap off the tee, as you can see here. It's just as wide as the short tee is, so not a lot of room to work with. You want to have a backhand hyzer flip up to late turn to land where the drone is now. That's the ideal placement. And then you have a nice simple left side, right side of this grouping here. And then to the nice guarded basket here as well. So pretty short par 4, but any tree hit off the tee and you are in Scrambleville, Utah. Is they taking the hyzer route? Interesting. I mean, he's off the tee, so I can't condone it. See what Thomas does here. Thomas is going a sidearm route here. Also not what I was expecting. Oh, that was almost there. Like I said, it's probably 7 feet wide. As long as that hits on the edge for Chris, that's fine. You do want to get to the right side of this fairway here. Charles a little bit early, but sneaking through. That's a good spot there. Looks like he's staring straight at it from there. Thomas looks like the same disc he threw off the tee. FX2 possibly. Can't quite tell how that ended up. It looks like it just got iron leafed and dropped straight down. Isaiah from middle of the fairway.
Come on.
It's a great shot. Got himself a nice 35-foot birdie look there. Chris throwing a thumber. I think he's back in the fairway, it looks like. A lot of cabbage in the way on that shot. Thomas, not quite sure where he is here. Oh, he was over there. Okay. Good up and down there. Looks like he must have kicked right on him after that second shot. Chris. Good tree. Secure his 4. Charles, I believe this is from his drive. Not bad. Give himself a look. Good birdie from Isaiah. That's 2 good birdies in a row for Isaiah. Also good birdie from Charles. Good bounce back for him. Hole 5 averaging a 4.11, so it's averaging over par. And I think it's just because of that initial gap off the tee. Thomas collecting a par. I mean, this is the most diverse scoring spread of the first 5 holes in terms of the equal share of, you know, birdies, bogey, and a bit of double, and then mostly pars. So Averaging over par for a 400-foot par 4. But our group came out 2 under par, so that's actually gaining strokes on the field. So good birdies from Isaiah and Charles, good par saves from Chris and Thomas as you move on to hole number 6. Now, if you took a bad number on hole 5, this is the hole that you can kind of make up for it. Hole 6, par 3, just 218 feet. Blind off the tee, though. You have to make this gap first and get over all this things in the way. And to a nice cutout of a green. You don't want to go too long on this one, though, because long into that stuff over there is not fun. It's very, very thick. This plays right into Martin Hendel's game with that, what he calls the helicopter shot. It's a nice stalling backhand to land nice and soft, but high enough to get over that stuff. Kind of like what Isaiah is doing here. A little bit too much turn, but he actually got a nice fade back. He's probably circle's edge. That's a good shot. Another play that I like to go with is the sidearm route, the flex sidearm, because on the left side, you see there where those sumacs are. That's a great shot from Charles. It is a little lower, so you can kind of flex something, just like Thomas is doing here. You have a little bit more room to play with over there. This looks like another great shot. Ooh, ace run. Yep. 3 people on the dance floor. Chris, I believe this is AVR 3. He likes to throw for straight putter shots. Ooh, good run, actually, from Chris. A little bit deep, but he shouldn't be too bad. Chris just in the rough there. Not too bad, actually. Oh, come on. Give that to him. Did that go through the chains? See, I just never quite gave that one enough. Yeah. Disappointing miss there. Thomas, a good birdie, getting back on track. And Charles as well, clicked another one. So erasing that double bogey he just got on a couple holes ago, so well done from Charles. Chris, unfortunately, with the spit out there, and Isaiah taking a par as well. This hole averaged 2.59, so very, very well under par. Looks like there was only 1 bogey on the day, so lots of birdies, lots of pars. That's kind of how that hole should be going. So another 2 under par for the group. It was very close to having a star frame, so that's like I said, it's one of the holes you want to get. And it's a good kind of band-aid from the previous hole if you do happen to find some trouble. Hole number 7, par 3, 445 feet. We played from the blue tee last year because it was our ace bounty hole, but we moved the gold tee back. And this is just a power hyzer through and through. You got to get this one far out. Even if you miss to the right, there's no problem with that. You can almost play it as a par 4 if you want to, because a 3 is not really losing you any strokes on this one. This is a top tier par 3. This looks good from Charles, actually, if it stays far enough. Yeah, it got around the corner. Good shot.
Maybe short a bit?
Yeah, maybe like 30, 40 short, but you're putting.
Thomas is just licking his chops on this one, I guarantee it. That's looking pretty good as well.
40 feet left.
It should be right about up in that circle area. Yeah, got a nice flip on that, actually. If it lands by that mound, it's fine. Yeah, that's no problem from there. See if Chris has the power to get up there for a look. Let's see if he can put one in the circle here.
Oh, Chris.
A little bit of a pull, but that's the safe miss. He's bit off all the distance he needed, honestly, off the drive, and he's just got a nice chip up to save a 3. Yeah, nothing in his way there. Well, I shouldn't say nothing because this telephone structure is in the way when it doesn't need to be in the way, but he's got the sidearm for it. Getting up there, that should be no problem for Chris. Isaiah. Yeah, okay, yeah, bit of a run there. Safe run for a 3. Let's see if Charles can knock this one down here. Oh, he had to go through the structure. Wow, he ran that one. Thomas from the ditch. This is about circle's edge, 35 feet maybe.
Nice.
Great putt. Good birdie from Thomas. This hole came in at a 3.05 average. So like I said, 3 is not hurting you. There's only 4 birdies on the day. You just saw one of them right here with this beautiful hearted putt from Thomas. The other 3 going to Andre Robin again, Braden Jones, and Casey Hannemeyer, our defending champions. So congrats on those birdies, guys. It's a well-earned birdie on the field. Charles has a little bit of a little work left here. No problem, though. I think he had to putt through the structure twice. Chris saving his par. And Isaiah is going to come and tap in a par as well. So, Thomas with the lone birdie. I'm not surprised in this one. Like I said, this hole plays right into his wheelhouse. Along with everybody else who got it. Casey, I don't know Braden very well, but Andre Robin I know. And like I said, good birdies to those 4 individuals. Thomas, 5 down through 7. In case you guys didn't know, that's pretty good. So, Chris and Charles is hanging around at +1, not bad. The back 9 is very, very scoreable, so hanging around even isn't the worst thing in the world. What is the worst thing in the world is missing hole 8. It's par 3, 193 feet. It's basically an upshot hole. Anything that goes 200 feet straight, just throw that, and as long as you give yourself a putt in the circle, you've done your job, basically. This is the definition of a must-get, but there is a couple things in the way. There's this tree on the left side here, there's low branches, and you can go past it very, very easily because it is very short. Thomas taking a lot of hyzer on this one. It's a little wide, but I think he got up there in the circle. Charles, this looks pretty good. Slide on up there. That's a great shot. That's all you need to do. Throw it 170 feet, slide up the next 20, and you're good to go. Isaiah looking a little straight here. Hanging out with Thomas, I think. Chris. Yep, good shot there. Thomas the furthest away at about 25 feet, looks like. Good putt there. Isaiah sneaking in the left side there for the birdie. Chris taking his time, not taking any putt for granted, especially in this hole. Good birdie for Chris, and Charles should just come and tap in his little 5-footer here. So, star frame for the card, as expected on that one, it averaged a 2.39. So it's one you do really have to get. Again, looks like there was one lone bogey, unfortunately, but I mean, it was about 60% birdies, so almost a par 2 in a way. But anyway, star frame for the group. Moving on to hole number 9. This is a par 3, 367 feet. A pretty difficult angle to hit properly for a right-hand backhand player. You really have to push the left side and flip it up into the gap, which is very difficult to do. Another play I like to do is a flex sidearm and land right about here, up in this corner somewhere. Give myself a long jumper for a 3. I mean, 3 is not losing you much on this one as well. So it's very difficult par 3 to get onto the green. See, Thomas had to hug that left side, and this is absolutely phenomenal. Goodness gracious, he's gone long. Okay, well, here's Charles anyway. Not much more to say about that one other than an amazing shot, Thomas. That's going to be a little bit pinched off there for Charles. Isaiah looks like he's just throwing a putter, maybe. Smart shot there, right in the middle. That's a good spot. Isaiah is basically playing this one as a par 4, which is what I do as well. It kind of takes a bit of stress off of the drive and just give myself an easy 3. See what Chris wants to do here. Great commitment and snap there. Just a little bit too much turn and an awful kick. Tough break there for Chris. That looked really, really nice out of his hand. You heard the snap. It's a clean line, just got a little too much drift on it. Charles almost had that angle. He's going to be still scrambling from the right side. Good recovery there. As I mentioned, Isaiah just gave himself the easiest 3 in the world. No shame there. Okay, Chris actually stayed on the edge, so that's good. Good 3. Thomas for a birdie. Oh, that's so good. So good. The fact that he went long off this drive is just impressive. With how much stuff is in the way and the angle he had to throw it on. This hole averaged a 3.48, so it played almost like a really easy par 4, and there was another birdie. And it was the Wizard of Oz himself, Chris Oslins, so congrats to Thomas and Chris. Not surprised by either of them getting this hole, but I am impressed. So, well-earned strokes on the whole field on that one. Isaiah playing smart through these last couple holes here. Chris Brown back to even par. Thomas 7 under par through the front 9. That's incredibly impressive. Isaiah at a nice solid 3 under par, and Charles unfortunately back to +1. But like I said, the back 9 is more scoreable. So we will see what these gentlemen can do on the back 9. Here's our overall 9-hole score. Look at all the green from Thomas. Actually, Isaiah was clean as well. Clean 3 under par. Chris Brown with the 1 birdie, 1 bogey, even par, and Charles, like I said, with the +1. So everyone's doing not bad. Thomas is just leapfrogging the field already. There's that replay of Thomas's drive. That is just phenomenal. That late drift that he had to get through that last gap. So impressive. I'm actually quite impressed with Isaiah's game as well. Like I said, I haven't met him, I haven't seen him play personally, but he's playing very smart and within his game. So, once again, as I mentioned in every video, guys, there is a retail store, and it is amazing. It's ever growing. They just got a bunch of new beautiful Thought Space discs in, all those new Praxi? I don't know what the plural of it is, but they're beautiful. Go check them out. They have board games. They have the card games, Rip Revenge. They have a Magic 8-Ball. They have everything you need. They even have beef jerky. They have Double G's beef jerky in there now. So be sure to grab some of that. It's delicious. And thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the back 9.